Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Hidden Gaming. As the three of you have noticed, I haven't uploaded a video in a while. Well, that changes today as I'm back on the clock and playing Overwatch again. I figured my reintegration techniques to competitive play should be shared so that there is less of a disparity of rank for you in Season 4 after you take a break, so you don't fall to the pits with the window lickers of the game when you get back. Now, by far the best option to get better is to make a virgin goat sacrifice to appease the almighty Jeff Kaplan, or JC for short. However, virgin goats are hard to find these days, so let's move to another easier option. Firstly, I don't recommend quick play to a high degree. You have teams that will have any composition imaginable, and the rank difference between people in the game will cause some people, myself included, to pick up bad habits that will get punished in higher rank competitive play, causing you to be the potato on your team. So with no GOAT and no quick play, what do you do? Well, some custom help is needed, in that of custom games. So you got your new and unimproved custom game setup, and you really can't go wrong here as long as it's skirmish with the right specific settings that take 30 minutes to find. Like, Jesus Blizzard, you think you could have improved this better, not worse? But once you get through all that, you can get to play a game that will help you reintegrate into Overwatch society. So the first thing you're going to want to worry about is which heroes you're going to put into your custom game. Depending on the hero will depend on what you're trying to achieve. Ana is fantastic for headshots only mode, so heroes like McCree and Widow, to practice those headshots only is better, and Ana excels as being the hero that you're going to go against for those because she cannot headshot, therefore you are immune to damage. Lucio is better for a tracking hero, so that of soldiers, Zarya, Orisa. Lucio is better because his movement speeds are a little bit harder to predict, therefore you're going to have to be a better tracker to finish him off. Keep in mind, these are the two heroes that I use. If you have another hero that you want to use and that another hero to pick here works better for that specific setup, then go for it. These two are mainly the heroes that I use for my setups. So for like McCree, Soldier, Zarya, Orisa, Widow, Hanzo, these heroes are the best for mechanical improvement, whereas other heroes can help improve other methods. Also keep in mind that this is just a suggestion setup. Feel free to tweak the settings as you go through it to find something that suits your needs better. This is what I use, and I will tweak them from time to time depending on what I feel I need to work on. So now we have our two hard Lucios selected, and we can go into our game settings that is more complicated than the frickin' Saturn V rocket. So here you've got your 5 different things. Heroes, you just want to go to the general spot, and so here you can change your damage, your health, your healing, all that kind of stuff. So what you want to do is you want to decrease your damage dealt or damage received, and then increase the healing. What this does is it makes it harder to kill the Lucios and gives you more practice on your tracking. You're going to have to be better than the average game player in a regular game to actually acquire a kill. Now you can adjust these as your skill improves. You can maybe even start the standard. So the more you increase their health, the more you decrease your damage, and the more you increase their healing, the harder it is to be able to finish a kill on a Lucio. So now that we've got our hero settings applied, we can leave this. You don't need anything else here, just the general settings for the hero. And now we can go into, no, we don't want to go in there, the modes. See, this is so freaking complicated. So skirmish you're going to want to enable, and you're going to want to turn off all the other modes, just so it'll put you into a skirmish match, which is what you want to do. Since you're just here to improve your mechanical skills, skirmishes are perfect for that. No objectives, no nothing else, just focusing on killing the other hero. Another setting that I will disable that is actually good in this part is the health packs. What I found is that the Lucios, as soon as you hurt them, will run to the nearest health pack, making it nearly impossible to secure a kill. Disabling this makes the game a little bit easier and more realistic, and makes the Lucios less predictable in fact that they will just go straight for health pack, making tracking them easier, making predicting their movements easier, and it doesn't emulate real play. Another setting that I do here that you don't need to do is I take my ultimate and turn it off. Most ultimates are not really useful in this mode. Soldiers, for example, it's more of a timing and situational awareness in a real game, and in these things it doesn't really emulate that. So using that will only skew the data in your favor, such as accuracy and things like that. So I just turn it off so I can get a better look at how I'm doing. So with all that, we can go right into our skirmish. and let's see what we can do. So I'm going to pick Soldier here off the bat, although you can use pretty much any hero that utilizes tracking in this mode. Soldier being the easiest pick to go for, as he's kind of the default hero for a lot of DPSs, and his utility can be utilized in almost any type of game mode with any team composition. So now that you've got your custom game set up, you can be in here for half an hour at a time. Once the time runs out, it'll just move on to another map with the same settings. So you can stay in this mode indefinitely and keep practicing until you've improved to a point where you feel comfortable. So now we can go over the second game mode that I like to practice. This game mode is for more of the McCrees, the flick shooters, the Hanzos, the Widows. The first thing you really want to do is increase your damage dealt. This is really only for McCree. Widow and Hanzo, you kind of want to keep that at 100 just so you can practice at what part of your draw or your hold on the scope will give you 100% damage on that person. The 200% kind of gives you a skewed version of that. But with McCree, you want it on 200% so you can basically one-shot the head from almost most distances. Same thing, you're going to want to put it to skirmish, just so you can practice your mechanical skill. And then you're going to want to put it to headshot only, which is back in the heroes section. I am not a big fan of this new custom game setup. I wish there was an option to have a preset mode where you could have, say, 5 custom games that you have presets for that you can just click on, preset 1 through 5, and then so you can set up these games and just click them and go. So you don't need to worry about that. So now that we have our game set up, we can put our Annas, put them on hard, just team 2. They can't do any damage to you now that headshots only are enabled, and you can basically have the world's most one-sided battle. If you want to get into the moment, you can strap a red bandana around your head and pretend you're Rambo as you're doing these custom games. In fact, I recommend that, because everyone does better with a red bandana around their head. So with this mode, you can now practice your headshots with McCree. This will help you better emulate Taimu and get an inflated sense of worth as you're playing games against other people. However, this will take quite a bit of practice, as you can see that I'm having some trouble myself hitting those headshots. Once you get tired of using that particular hero and practicing with them, you can change your hero by dying in the most fashionable way possible. Make sure to get a good 10 out of 10 for execution, and then going back and switching to another hero. So there you have it. Those are the 2 game modes that I like to use to practice and to get back into things after being gone for a while. If you have any different modes that you like to practice with, please leave them in the comments and create a discussion here. Like always, please like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. I'm Hidden, and this is Hidden Gaming.
Nick.